Mhm.
And then we don't know the mechanism. And Newton himself was sort of stunned that inertial mass and gravitational mass were the same quantity. So all these things later which were resolved by Einstein.
Yes.
But it was still progress. And so the question for a system of peer review for AI would be, even if you can falsify a theory, how would you notice that it still constitutes progress relative to the thing before?
Yeah, so it often actually the ultimately correct theory initially is worse in many ways. So Copernicus's theory of the planets, it was less accurate than Ptolemy's theory. So geocentrism had been developed for a millennium by that point, and they had made many tweaks and very increasingly complicated ad hoc fixes to make it more and more accurate. And Copernicus' theory was a lot simpler, but much less accurate. It was only Kepler that made it more accurate than Ptolemy's theory. I mean, science is always a work in progress. So when you only get part of the solution, it looks worse than a theory which is incorrect, but somehow has been completed to the point where it kind of answers all the questions. As you say, Newton's theory had big mysteries, the equivalence of mass and action at distance, which were only resolved with a very conceptually different approach centuries afterwards. Often progress has been made actually